It's Laura's birthday, so we're headed down to the beach for the weekend in Miami. Care to guess where we're going? Actually, that's probably already in the title of this video, so never mind. Yeah. Just finished breakfast out here now by the pool, by the adult pool. There are 3 different pools here. Family pool over there, so everyone can have their own space and adults can feel like they have their peace and quiet, and children and families can just kind of have at it without feeling like they're disturbing anyone. Today is this little lady's special day. It's her birthday. Guess how old she is? 39? Oh yeah, sorry. She doesn't look a day past 35. Anyway, I'm just kidding. That's not her real age. We came out here, it's about 10:30, 11 o'clock now, and still plenty of seats around. Lounge seats in the shade. You can grab them in the sun, wherever you like. So it's a real luxury to be here, and even at high occupancy, you can come out here and grab the seats you want. You don't feel like you have to come out early to reserve seats. That's a plus. Anyway, we'll be out here for the rest of the morning and then grab a bite and head down to the beach. See you in a little while. Down by the pool, you have a restaurant called Winston's Bar. It's basically named after Winston Churchill, who is a founding member of the surf club here. It's the same menu as the one you would get sitting by the pool, except you just get a bit of a different space if you want to have a proper sit-down lunch. Cool bar. The pool is actually really nice. It stays quiet until about 1 p.m. is when everyone else gets here. So as long as you make it out here before lunch, you should have no issue getting a spot. We've been talking about how much we love the pool staff here, and here's another example. Every time I get in the pool, or every time I get out of the pool, they come by and bring me a fresh new dry towel. Not a big a deal, but these things go a really long way. Again, just these little touches that really makes the stay more enjoyable. So if these things are important to you, you will really notice it here. You can see why we're loving this place and having such a glowing review about it. So we've been hanging out at the pool all day, and when we got here, we had a ton of goodies from the Four Seasons team for Laura's birthday this weekend. And when we got back today, here are a bit more and making this special occasion memorable. It's one of the many reasons we love Four Seasons, because all these little touches always go a long way. I think this is like the 4th card we've had on this stay, and they're all so like nicely written. Anyway, so we will enjoy this later after dinner tonight, and this hotel sells extremely well. We actually ended up being upgraded to a premier city view room because all the oceanfront rooms were sold out. Nonetheless, still a fantastic room, and we are outside of the room most of the time anyway, enjoying the beach and the pool. As you can see, it's about maybe, I would say, 600 square feet or so. Due to the wide palette, it feels extremely large. The entire room surrounded by floor-to-ceiling windows. And some of the things we really love, they have tons of different outlets that makes things extremely convenient when you're traveling as a couple and you have multiple devices. Like, outlets are always appreciated. And one of the things we love at Four Seasons is that during turn-down service, they always neatly wrap your cords in a Four Seasons rubber band. And we actually ended up taking them everywhere with us. Oh, look, we found the cards. Yeah, so there were so many different cards that we've had since we've been here. Again, can't say enough about the Four Seasons team. But there's so many finishes here that are super high end, and you really have to be here in person to appreciate it. But nonetheless, it's understated luxury, which is what we prefer. And there's a ton of details that are in the walls and ceilings. As you spend more time in the room, you will come to appreciate. As I mentioned earlier, the hotel is sold out. Unfortunately, I cannot show you the studio cabanas and the 1-bedroom suites with the media room. Those are actually phenomenal options. Studio cabanas are really great for couples who wants to have a more of a resort feel. You're basically located right above the pool and the beach area. So that's an option I highly suggest to couples traveling to celebrate, like us. And by the way, sorry about the hair. We just got back from the pool, so a bit crazy here, crazy Asian here. The 1-bedroom oceanfront suite is actually phenomenal for families. It's about 1,800 square feet, and it has a bonus media room, which is great for families of up to 4 or 5. You can turn the media room into a second bedroom, and it has its own shower and bathroom. And I think it has an additional powder room as well, so that gives you 2.5 bathroom. Full-size kitchen, they can stock the fridge for you. So I want to jump in very quickly and say, well, first of all, sorry about the low volume. We were trying to be respectful of other people at the resort. Don't want to interfere with their vacation. Wanted to say regarding the suites I just mentioned in the video, so all the rooms are in one wing, and then all the suites are in a separate wing. That's just good to know. However, they're within like a 1-minute walking distance inside the building. Different wings, but nonetheless, not a big deal unless you just have small children in the second room or third room. That's the only time I can see this being an issue. But if you have a group of friends, it's really a 30-second to 1-minute walk. Not a big deal. Down here for breakfast last morning here. So breakfast is down here. You can take it in room, or you can take it down here in the Laxcity restaurant, which we prefer. You can either do a buffet or order off the menu, especially if you're booking through a Four Season preferred partner. And our waiter and waitresses all know us by name, exactly what we like, so we just come down here and they know our drinks and everything. I've been getting the truffle omelet every morning. It's out of this world. If it's possible, I will highly recommend it. So if you see on the menu, just get it. So we're sitting here having our last meal, lunch, just before heading to the airport. She's a little sad, fortunately. It's only an hour flight from us in North Carolina, and pretty much quick non-stop flight from anyone on the East Coast, so we can be back another time, just another weekend getaway. Which actually reminds me, one of the tools you must use is the Four Seasons app. We had a 4 p.m. flight today and needed a late checkout, so simply hopped on the Four Seasons app at breakfast, and just asked for a late checkout. 5 minutes later, it was confirmed. Of course, if you're using a Four Seasons preferred partner travel agent like myself, you can always call me, or even during booking, I can confirm that. But anyway, nonetheless, the Four Seasons app is pretty amazing, so I would highly recommend you using it if you don't use a travel advisor already to handle that kind of stuff, or if you have something that just happens last minute and you want to make a quick request. It could be late checkout, early check-in, or I'm on my way, or any type of request. I need toothpaste in the room, whatever. Anyway, and the food here is pretty good. I mean, the food here is actually really strong, I would say. I think maybe if I had to point to some negatives here, I would say being in Miami, the beach isn't all that great. So if you come here, definitely expect to not be wild by the beach. I mean, of course, there's only so much the hotel can do. I think the beach is actually a bonus. I wouldn't say it's a primary reason to come here. I would say the actual hard product of the hotel and the pool is the main attraction, and the staff, of course, but to each their own. Because if you really want to go to the beach, you could just easily go to the Caribbean, which is nearby here, right? So if you happen to be in Miami for an international trip, you can do this as an add-on pre or post trip. Some of my clients do that as well. They'll come through Miami to go to the Caribbean or South America, and then they add on the Four Seasons here at the Surf Club. Because sometimes you need a vacation from a vacation, right? So overall, a fantastic stay. Nothing can really fault the Four Seasons team. It's a great hotel. The food is really good, especially Laxcity. As you guys know, that is an iconic property in Positano on the Amalfi Coast. The owner actually flies back to Miami once a month just to check up on the restaurant to make sure that it's consistent. Thomas Keller, the 3 Michelin star chef, has a restaurant on site as well called Surfclub. I dined there during my last visit and it was outstanding as well. I've probably seen over a dozen clients at this point. All have loved it. Many of them are Oman junkies. Just to give you some context of the benchmark quality, I have had one client who had some issues during the visit, but the Four Seasons team really came together to ensure that the service recovery was above and beyond, and the client ended up being so happy that she's actually going to book a return stay with her family. Just a phenomenal team, especially for the North American market, where sometimes service is always a bit inconsistent. Anyway, if you ever want to visit, feel free to book direct or contact me. I'm a Four Seasons preferred partner, can hook you up with some upgrades, breakfast, etc., and amenities, and let my friends down there know that you're coming. If you have any properties you would like for me to review, please comment down below. I'm going to try to visit the Amman Kyoto that's opening later this year, alongside of the Four Seasons Madrid, which is opening in December, I believe. Super excited about those two. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time. Cheers.